This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing holiday treat, saltine Christmas spark. It's one of my favorites and it's really easy to make. Creamy chocolate top, a little bit of a chewy toffee center, and a crunchy cracker bottom. Oh my goodness, you're going to like this one a lot. Let's get on over to that kitchen and I'll show you what we're going to need. Okay guys, this is what we're going to need to make our saltine Christmas spark. I have 48 crackers here on a cookie tray that's been covered with nonstick foil. I have a bag of semi-sweet Ghirardelli chocolate chips. I have 1 cup of light brown sugar. I have 1 cup of butter. We're going to be topping the melted chocolate with finely chopped pecans, which is about a 1/4 cup. And then I have 5 candy cane treats here that we are going to crush, and a baggie with a rolling pin. And then I'm using an offset spatula to smear the softened melted chocolate chips before we top them with our pecans and our crushed candy cane. It's going to be so delicious. I really love this recipe because of the simplicity of it. We're just going to be melting the brown sugar and the butter in this pan here. I'm going to cut it up into pieces to make it easier to melt. I'm just going to add in the brown sugar and we're going to get this on the stove. I first had this Christmas spark at a golf party and I got her recipe, Joanne's recipe. Thank you, Joanne. But I've changed it since then. I like using the light brown sugar because you get a little bit of that molasses caramel flavor from that. Not going to believe how quickly this goes. Let's get on over to the stove and get this going. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost ready to be poured on the saltine crackers. Okay, look, we're just going to start pouring like this. And then I'm going to go back over with my offset spatula. And I'm going to smooth it out and we're going to pop it into the oven. I'm going to scrape the rest of this out here. Look how beautiful that color is. So simple. And I'm just going to smear it back and forth to make sure that everything is covered. We'll put it into the oven, into a 400-degree oven, just for 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, into the oven it goes for 5 minutes. So I just have a Ziploc baggie And I'm gonna put in these 5 candy canes. I love candy canes. I probably eat way too many during the Christmas season. We are going to crush these candy canes and we're just gonna sprinkle them over the chocolate. So this way we have the flavor of the candy cane, but you're not breaking your teeth. We're just putting it on for some flavor and a little bit of extra crunch there. See, so look, that's absolutely perfect. I have little bits of candy in there, but most of it's almost even like a powder. It's gonna be perfect for the top of the Christmas box, just the way I want it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprinkle on the chocolate chips, because boy, that is just really, really hot right now. You know how hot brown sugar and butter get when you bring them to a boil? So that was 1 cup. Here's another cup. Really, it's a whole bag of Ghirardelli chocolate chips. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Fantastic. We're gonna let this warm up and soften those chocolate chips, and then we'll smear it with my offset spatula. Look how beautiful this is. All right, so I've got my offset spatula that I spread the melted brown sugar and butter with. And now I'm just gonna spread the chocolate across this. You need to let it sit for 5 minutes and it really softens up those chocolate chips. I'm gonna turn this around here to the other side. Oh, it's so pretty. What a fun treat. I love this. And it's fun for your kids too. So I'm gonna take some of the pecans and I'm just gonna start to sprinkle them on half of this. You can do plain chocolate too. The great thing about this dessert, you just do whatever your favorite nuts are. You can do crushed walnut. You can do macadamia nuts. I'm gonna leave a little bit plain and then I'm gonna sprinkle this side with the candy cane. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Really, really nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this set up in the refrigerator. If you wanted, you could put it into the freezer and definitely set that chocolate in half the time. All right, so let's get this into the fridge and then we're gonna break it up. I'm gonna show you how easily this breaks up. Absolutely gorgeous, I love this. Look at this bark. This is amazing. But actually this foil, the foil comes right off the bottom. So it actually could be one big slab. I'll show it to you. Oh my gosh. It could be like the largest Christmas bark. This could be in the Guinness World Book. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then I'm gonna start to see the back side of this. Isn't that gorgeous? That's absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to have a bite of this. All right, we're gonna start breaking this up. We did it. We made Christmas bark from saltines. Out of this world. So easy to make. It's such a fun holiday treat. Look how it breaks up into all these beautiful pieces. You're gonna look like a pro here. I am this. Isn't that beautiful? You could break up the pieces to whatever size that you wanted. All right, so pile them on a plate. Beautiful, just like that. All right, we're gonna have to have a bite of this. Just one of my, there goes my hat. Just one of my favorite all-time treats. So easy to make. I can't wait for you guys to go try this. You can find it at the Traveling, Epicurean.com. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you next week. Ciao. Crackers, sweet and sugary or something like that. Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome to the Traveling Epicurean. These are my friends Lisa and Christine.
Hello.
You might recognize Lisa actually from Pasta at Vin's. We did that a couple of months ago. One of my favorite shows. You have to check that out if you haven't already. So today we're going to have Christine. She's going to share with us a Mediterranean layer dip that's out of this world. So Christine, why don't you show us what's going to go into this amazing dip?
Sure thing. Well, you start with hummus. We selected the supremely spicy hummus because it gives it a little bit of a kick, but you can pick any flavor that you like.
Okay.
We also have tabbouleh, tzatziki, feta, and chopped cucumbers.
Ooh, that sounds really nice. And then we have sliced cucumber to dip with. Can we do that? And then the pitas, is that what you normally do?
Sure. If you want to be a little bit more healthy, you can use the cucumbers to use as dip, but if you want to splurge a little, pita chips are awesome.
I kind of like the pita chips with it. Okay. And I love that we are buying all these prepared items. So, you know, like for the Super Bowl that's coming up, right? This is a perfect dip, and it's so delicious. I really love this dip. I had this at your house, remember?
Yes.
About a month ago when you had the kids.
With it.
I fell in love with it. I said, what is this? You're going to really love this dip. It's one of my favorites. And then you just spread it around.
Spread it out.
And I like the glass so we could see the layers too,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. Okay, after the hummus, we actually do the tzatziki.
The tzatziki, okay. And I do have tzatziki on my website if you guys want to make some homemade tzatziki, if you're not trying to put this all together really quick. All right, so we have the hummus there, and then you're doing the next layer.
Yep, we're just going to layer in the tzatziki sauce.
And this pre-made tzatziki comes also in the Greek yogurt, I noticed, in that other brand that you showed me.
Yeah.
This one is not. I couldn't find that other one. But, you know, if you just look at your market, you can find different ones. Some are made with sour cream. Some are made with Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I usually get the Greek yogurt one.
You could change
What
it
do you
up.
get, Christine?
Yeah, and
I usually get the Greek yogurt one as well. But, you know, if you're having a party, you might as well splurge and get the real deal, right?
Exactly. Although I love the flavor of the Greek yogurt. It does. It smells amazing.
Really
is that
does.
the dill?
Yeah, it's the dill. And there's a little bit of cucumber in there as well.
And the cucumber, okay.
So it just smells really fresh.
It does smell fresh.
Next, we do the crumbled feta.
Okay. And this is a sheep's milk feta that I actually had to buy a large container for my spanakopita at Dana's that I did last week. And we didn't, of course, use all the feta for the stuffed spinach pastries. So I'm so glad. So I actually froze it.
That looks
It
better,
freezes
actually.
really well.
Yeah, I got this idea because I was kind of copying, you know, the 7-layer dip that has all the Mexican ingredients in it. So I'm like, what would be fresh and delicious? And that's how I actually came up with this idea, because everybody loves hummus and cucumbers and tabbouleh, and it's just a fun, fresh, salad-y type of appetizer.
It's really, really good. I'm just in love with those Mediterranean flavors.
Okay.
Okay. So you want the chopped cucumber next?
Next we do the chopped cucumbers.
Okay.
Sorry, my finger's getting a little bit messy here. And I usually put a little bit more than this, but just for interest of time, we'll just make it just a nice pretty layer, and it pops against the white color of the tzatziki, so it just is very visually appealing.
It's beautiful.
I'm going to put some particularly around the edges so that at the end you can see how the colors, you know.
Along the side of the bowl here.
And then lastly, we add the tabbouleh. I like to put the tabbouleh on top because the colors are just so vibrant and pretty, and I just think it makes it pop off the table.
Absolutely, and it's also fluffy too.
But, you know, if you don't like tabbouleh, you don't have to include it. Maybe just chop up some tomatoes and red onion and put them on top instead. Or perhaps olives. You can customize it and make it your own.
Ooh, I like that idea.
And I always feel bad because this has become my dip, and it's not my dip.
It's not my dip.
It's Christine's dip, and I'm like, I have to give her
That's
credit
okay.
for.
Well, that's why
but
she's
you
here
don't
today.
make it so much anymore, do you?
No, because you make it. There was no way. Remember, we both showed up at Antonio's with it, and so I'm like, okay, well, I won't make it anymore.
No,
Oh, you asked me beforehand.
You.
That's right. I was like, okay, you go ahead. I was like, you go ahead and make it. Right.
This is your recipe. I wouldn't do that.
That's right. You did tell me ahead of time.
But it has become my recipe, and now everyone asks me for the recipe.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked you over, and you're like, well, actually, I'd like to have Christine over because it is really her recipe.
I know.
So the buffalo chicken dip recipe came from Lisa, and that has just taken off like wildfire, and you can check that one out too.
That's
Probably from
another
the link
favorite.
above here. Yeah, that's a big favorite of my shows. That recipe's just delicious.
Yeah. Although I like this,
Well, this is
because
fresh.
it's easy.
And it's easy.
It takes 5 minutes to make.
Yeah, there's really no sauteing or anything.
Yeah,
with this,
so that's
with
why
this
I
dip.
like this one.
And the other thing to keep in
Look
mind
how
is you
gorgeous
can
that
make it the
is.
day before and just stick it in the refrigerator.
Absolutely. Isn't that nice? You can make it ahead. You buy prepared products.
Yep.
Who's better than you?
Absolutely.
I mean, this would be amazing. Thank you. Yay.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're going to get some pita chips and we're going to dig into this and taste
Sounds
it.
good to me.
Oh my goodness. Look at this amazing Mediterranean layered dip. I cannot wait to dig into this. And look at the layering on the side there. Christine, this is so pretty. I love it. Thank you so much for coming over. This really has been so much fun.
Absolutely.
Lots of recipes.
I don't mind
We're
sharing.
at your house next.
You got it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so let's dig into this. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow.
That feta is amazing.
Isn't that feta
It's
incredible?
so creamy.
It's really creamy.
That was even better with that feta. I need to get the name of that feta. There.
But if you go to a cheese shop, they're going to have decent feta as well.
Yeah.
Because what happens when it gets packaged, it gets a little bit dried out. You know, because
it does.
it's been in there for a little bit. Well, so this dip is amazing. Thank you so much for coming over and showing us how to put it together. I love it that it's already prepared. It makes it really easy to do and quick too. You can do it the day before.
You could even keep this in your refrigerator
Yes.
if you have somewhere to go last minute and
Ooh, I like
quickly
that.
grab those packages out because they last for weeks if they're not
Absolutely.
opened.
That's
So
a really
that's
really
what I
nice
do. I have
idea.
on hand at all times to make this dip.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we're gonna have to get together soon. Maybe we'll cook at your house next.
You got it.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a really great weekend. See you next week. Ciao.
Ciao.
Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. So it's natural to crave all those wonderful Italian dishes like lasagna or eggplant parmesan when you grow up in an Italian kitchen. So today I'm really excited to show you how to make one of my all-time favorite dishes, Lazy Man's lasagna. 1 pot, 2 minutes. Come with me to that kitchen and we're going to show you what we're going to need. So guys, this is what we're gonna need for our Lazy Man's lasagna. I have a pound of rigatonis that we're gonna cook up in just a minute. I have a couple of pounds of my favorite ricotta from Liuzzi. It's really creamy and delicious. 3 cups of shredded mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, my tomato basil sauce that is hot, and some brown sweet fennel sausage. That's one of my favorites. Why don't we take a look at how I brown that? So look what I got here. I don't horse around, people. I got my favorite sweet fennel sausage from Liuzzi. I have a giant can of tomatoes. There's about 3 cans in there that I'm gonna make my sauce with. I have 6 cloves of garlic that I smashed. I do about 2 cloves per can. And I'm just gonna take all of the sausage out of the casing and we're gonna start to brown it. and get this going for the Lazy Man's lasagna. I actually have an extra half a pound that I'm gonna flavor the sauce with when I get those tomatoes pureed with this garlic. I'm taking the casing off of the sausage, just like that. It's really simple, and pulling out the sausage meat. I'm gonna take all the sausage meat and just put it into the pan with the garlic. I'm just gonna start breaking up the sausage. My 2 pounds of sausage. I also have these beautiful links that I'm going to drop in there because they're going to flavor my sauce. I'm making my quick tomato basil sauce. I may cook it for a little bit longer than 20 minutes. But then I have all this other broken up sausage, and I'm just putting it all in the pot. And then I'm going to take out those garlics because they look golden and beautiful. I'll show those to you in a second. And this is going to be our meat and our Lazy Man's lasagna. Really simple. That's just going to cook for about 20 minutes to a half an hour till I get it all nice and brown. And then I'm going to take it out and set it aside. And look at those beautiful garlics. Those are going in the food processor right now, and I'm going to put them in with the whole tomatoes and start to puree my tomatoes. So look how gorgeous. Look how it's coming out nice and golden. See that piece right there? But I'm even going to break that up a little bit more. I have my links on the left side. And every 5 minutes, I'm just going to give a little bit of a stir just to keep that golden browning going. And I have it, on a high temperature. I have it on a medium high, closer probably to high. So I don't want this to boil, I want this to brown because we're getting lots of layers of flavors by browning the meat. Look at the beautiful brown bits at the bottom of the pan. There's a little bit of oil, so we're going to drain this oil after we continue to brown. Our little links here aren't browned yet, but they will be. And so it's been about 10 minutes. It's looking beautiful, and I'm going to continue to brown this until it's really golden. All right, I think maybe about 10 more minutes. All right, so I'm going to take the large links of sausage. They started cooking, which is what I wanted them to do. You don't have to do this, but I like to flavor my sauce with pork chops or sausage, or you could just do the tomato basil. And then I'm going to drain some of the oil from the sausage. All right, so I'm getting all the sausage in the strainer here. That's over a pan. I have a lot of oil in there, and I want to strain some of that oil out before I deglaze all of those wonderful bits off the bottom of the pan there. So I got the pan back on the stove. The sausage has drained. That's going back in. Look, I even got more oil in the pan that I was draining. Plus this oil. So we don't need that in the sauce. I'm going to deglaze with 1/3 cup of red wine. Oh, that smells so amazing. We're going to give it a stir. Get those bits on the bottom there. Really lovely. Oh, I love the smell of fennel sausage and red wine. So look, I'm going to get up all these beautiful brown bits of sausage, and I'm going to put it right into this bowl with a thick Bounty paper towel. Do not use a cheap paper towel because the paper towel will fall into little itty bitty bits of paper. I'm doing this to gather, the excess oil. I'm just going to pull the paper towels like that. And then we have some beautifully browned, gorgeous sausage bits. So I've been making this Lazy Man's lasagna for a very long time. I got it from some very sweet friends of mine. They're like second family. I had many, many dinners over their house, and a lot of times they made this Lazy Man's lasagna. They made it with ground beef. You could actually use whatever meat that you want. You could do ground beef, ground turkey. I used my sweet fennel sausage from Liuzzi today. And that's the hardest part about making this Lazy Man's lasagna, is browning the beef. So I got the pasta on the stove, and we're gonna mix all of these ingredients in that pot, and then boom, we're gonna put it in the serving dish and we're done. Wait to try this. You won't believe how amazing it tastes. I can't wait. All right, I'm gonna go get the pasta. All right, so I have our pound of cooked to al dente rigatonis. There's nothing worse than a mushy pasta. So it has a little bit of tooth. That's what al dente means. It's hot. Everything needs to be hot. The sauce is hot. The sausage meat is hot because you want it to melt the mozzarella and you want it to become this lovely creamy sauce. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of sauce just so the pasta doesn't stick. And another reason why you want it al dente is because this pasta is going to keep cooking. I'm going to use a measuring so you can see. Now that's 2 cups of sauce. I'm going to add in half of this ricotta. 1 pound is going to be perfect. I'm going to add in this mozzarella. Look how incredible this looks. And then I'm going to add in the whole 2 pounds of ground sweet fennel sausage, and that comes to 3 cups. And now I'm just going to start to stir this. Oh my goodness, this looks heavenly. Just keep stirring. Out of this world. I cannot wait to have a bite of this. So you see how it's a little bit stiff. We'll add in our 3rd cup of sauce. Remember, everything's got to be hot too. This way it just melts nicely. You can do this, I mean literally it's going to take all of 2 minutes to get this combined. And another half a cup of sauce. So it's about 3.5 cups of sauce. That looks to die for. I'm going to put this in our serving platter right now. And what I love about this dish is you can really make this with your guests being right there. It won't take you away from your friends and all the fun. I'm going to put all this beautiful pasta right into my platter. I'm going to add a little bit more sauce and then give it another little stir. Looks amazing. I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on that, just like so, and then get some julienne basil. My goodness, look at this amazing Lazy Man's lasagna. Absolutely gorgeous. And you know what I like to do is I like to serve a small bowl of sauce on the side in case anybody wants a little extra sauce. So I am going to plate up a little bit of this, considering this is my favorite dish. Really, it took 2 minutes to make. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And you have all those wonderful flavors. Oh my goodness. Wow, you're gonna love this. The sauce that this Lazy Man's lasagna, mixing it all in that one pot, the sauce that it creates is unbelievable. You may never want to make a traditional lasagna again after you make this and you taste those flavors. It's just like lasagna, unbelievable. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a really great weekend. See you next week. Ciao! So today, that's why I'm really excited. So today is something. So today, I'm pretty excited to show you. I'm pretty excited. I don't know. So it's natural to grow up in the kitchen.
Thank you for watching The Traveling Epicurean. A special thanks to